Hi guys, and welcome to another video. In today's video I will be showing my process for creating a real client's poster commission. This poster is meant to advertise a Black History Month event which is taking place this Wednesday if I manage to upload this video on Monday like I intend to. It's available for everyone, by the way, so if you want to take part in it you can head over to the Instagram account of the charity that this poster is for, and that is the Excel Women's Association. From there you can take a look at the poster and email them for the link. I will try and get them to put the link to the Zoom event on their Instagram. If not, you will need to email. Putting that aside, let's get into the design process. The first thing I did was research, naturally. I went through as many different Black History Month posters as I could find on Google and saved the ones that I felt looked good. I also went through some general poster designs because not every Black History Month poster that I came across looked very good. I already had an idea of what this poster was going to be because I have an illustration that I did a couple of years back when I was getting back into drawing, and it happened to feature an African woman. And so I thought I would use that to fix up the mistakes I had made because some of the proportions were off, and especially the eyes, which can look off if you are new to drawing faces in a profile or a side view format. I ended up fixing that illustration and putting it into the poster, and because I had the illustration I could then easily arrange the text around it. I opted for a right alignment just because the illustration is on the right side and it just made a lot more sense aesthetically to align the text around her face. Because I knew where the text was going to be and the type of illustration that was going to be in the poster, I could then look for font styles that would match that illustration. For the Black History Month title, it was quite easy, I think, to come across the font that I wanted. I know that for me, Black History should showcase power, and so I wanted the text to be strong, bold, and a sans serif because serifs do have a tendency of softening the look and making things look less powerful. The font I therefore went for in the title is very strong, very dark, and very bold. I then had to figure out the complementary text or font style that I wanted for the rest of the poster. And initially I wanted to go for a serif font, just because sans serif and serif fonts go really well together. On this occasion though, every serif font that I decided to pair up with the title font just didn't work very well from my point of view. I therefore ended up picking another sans serif font, and to be honest, I think it works. It may not work for other people, maybe other people won't like it, but for me I think it works despite the fact that they are both sans serif fonts. While I was picking the font style as well, I was very particular in making sure that the text could be legible when it's at a very small size because the poster naturally will have smaller elements to it. I therefore tend to look for fonts that have very wide letters because they can be viewed quite easily when they are smaller. In terms of the colours, I decided to look up the flags for African countries and I just incorporated what I felt were the most common, but I also included blue, which isn't often included, I think, in Black History Month posters, but it is in some of the flags of African countries, so I thought it would be a good idea to incorporate that blue, and I think it contrasts pretty well with the colours of the headgear and the necklace. Initially, when it came to the headgear, I opted for one colour, and that's because based on the price that I was charging the client, it wouldn't make sense for me to add any details in because that would increase the time spent on the poster and I would end up getting paid less than the value of the poster. But the client did want to add extra colours in and she did pay extra for that, and I'm glad she did because the end result is so much better with the extra colours that she wanted incorporated into the headgear. She also wanted white to be added into the headgear, which then naturally meant I had to add white into the necklace because I hadn't initially added that colour. I was planning on just adding white into the text at the bottom, but I wasn't planning on putting it into the outfit of the woman in the illustration. But again, this is a change that the client made, which I'm grateful for because I think it works very well. Usually when I make posters or any type of illustration, I go straight to Photoshop. That is my program of choice. But recently I have wanted to become more proficient at Illustrator, and so I decided to create this poster in Illustrator for the first time. Naturally, as you can expect, I made quite a bit of mistakes and I had to look up a lot of tutorials as I was working on this poster. Even though I managed to achieve what I wanted to do with the poster, I took the long route to get there because of the amount of mistakes I made. My future goal, therefore, is to practice making illustrations, a lot more complicated illustrations in Illustrator for the purposes of increasing my skill and making sure that I don't make the same mistakes again for the next poster. I don't really have anything more to say, but if you do want to take part in the event, please do head over to the Instagram of the charity. Even if the Zoom link is not up on their Instagram, you can email them, the email being on the poster and also on their Instagram. If you're not able to get a link from the charity, you can always go to my Instagram and DM me, and I will try my best to get that link for you. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys liked watching the process for my poster creation. And if you do have any feedback on the poster, for example, on what you would personally improve, then I will be very happy to read it. So please do leave a comment. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.